Hello, folks, and finally, welcome back to the GeoGuessr Challenge League. They were on hiatus for a good number of months, but we are finally back with a new spreadsheet, even. So, for those who don't know what GCL is, it is a monthly league with 6 divisions currently, and a bunch of people in each division. 12 maps to play, 4 moving, 4 no moving, and 4 NMPZ. Play better than others, get more points, move on to the next division. So, I'm in Division 2 from, I think, June was the last one. So top 10 get promoted to D1, bottom 6 get demoted to D3. We'll see how much inactivity there is just because there was such a long gap, but it looks like a majority of the people in this division have played, so let's get to it. So this month we have a tweaked world, intersection guesser Chile, a special world Baltic countries, a Gen Queensland for moving. No move is GCL NM5K locations. Echo locations, these have kind of been a staple in the past couple months. They're more so made to be able to be 5K'd. Everything above the polar circle, which is everything above the polar circle, which includes Boat Trekker, which is not the best, but we'll see. Antibiotic, which is a world map, which lessens like the amount of US and India, I think specifically, maybe other large countries. And then NMPZ is Arbitrary World, Improved World, Varied World, and Arabian Peninsula, which was made before or last updated in 2022. So it is only UAE and Qatar. There's no Oman in it, which is pretty good. So let's just get started with Tweaked World. So moving maps you get 3 minutes on, no moving you get 2 minutes, and NPZ you get 1, which makes sense given the amount of effort you need to do for each mode. Yeah, let's go. I'm very rusty at GeoGuessr. I have not been playing a ton since last GCL. So, good luck, I guess, to me. This is going to be Indonesia. Can I get an island or a name? Penajam Pasir Utara. Oh boy. Pasir. I don't fully remember where this is. Water South. All right, let me. Penajam. Is that findable? First question. I'm not going to spend too much effort finding it. I want to say it's on this area, but I'm not sure. I want to say it's like in this area specifically, but water southeast wouldn't make sense for that, right? So, yeah. Let's see if there's any better info. Other than a Kaba button. Because I don't really remember my Kaba button. Shocking. When I learned them 4 months ago and really never committed them to like long-term memory. So this one might be a little rough to start. We're definitely in coconut palm territory, so it might be a bit more northern. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I have not really played competitive GeoGuessr, so to speak, since last GCL, so we'll see. Now we're in Penajam. Maybe I should put a little bit of effort into finding that. Hopefully it's like visible here. It might not be in Sumatra area. A lot of things that look similar. Are we in Maluku? Or not Maluku, Sulawesi? Yeah, this is a rough start. Yeah, we're definitely not that far south. So, okay. So missing the 5K on the first one for sure. These 3 minutes have flown by. I'm pretty sure it's not Java. Just because I feel like I've heard of Penajam Pasir. Let's go down here. I'm not confident at all, but there's a good chance I just missed it. Okay, it was up here. That was a know it or not, I guess. So there was no conundrum was there. Yeah, I just need to remember Kaba Button. I mean, honestly, not a bad guess given not knowing it technically. So, but a ton of people 5K'd it. So I know there's a couple 25Ks here. So everything is 5Kable. 14. This reminds me of the roads extremely far south in Tierra del Fuego. 18. Could there be a 14? I'm not actually sure. Mazarero and Cabo Blanco. I'm not convinced it's down here because the terrain doesn't super look like it, and it might not be. So let's see. What else can I get? I would like to see that unblurred, but apparently not. 14. I just don't know if it's worth looking for more info here because I don't think there's going to be more info. We're definitely in southern Argentina. I just don't know how far south. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be more info. So I think it's just worth looking right here for this 14. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like a green 14 or like a national route 14. I'm going to guess it's a small one. Can I find any of these places, though? Cabo Blanco's all the way over here. Okay, that's good. So that's east of here, of course. Mazarero is over here. I think we're at La Madrugada? Stanza? Yeah, so we're, I think, just at this intersection. Maybe a little bit back, but it's a world map, so it should be 5K. Cool. Yeah, I don't think it was worth looking for info there. We're in the UK. Or Ireland, I suppose. Should be UK. With small cam. Any good info here? Probably not. Norfolk construction. I mean, that doesn't really mean much. Let me go to where the bus was coming from. I feel like there's a higher chance of hitting a bus stop with info. So I'm pretty sure we're in England. Given that sign, I think those signs are more common in the south, like that font. Hitcham Manor. Cool, but like where is it? And I don't think the bus having like King's Lynn on it is really helpful for me right now. I don't know where that is, so. If I could just find a road. Yes, exactly like this. Assuming I can see it. A149. Cool. That's good. So we find A49. Or no. Yeah, we find A49. Or just find A149. That also works. So we're between Unstanton to the north and Kingsland to the south, so we're in this area. Cool. Can I find this Hatcham Manor, possibly? Because we're not on 149. Right? Where did we come from? Basically, it came from Hitcham, which is here. Okay. What? So there's like a... I think we're coming from here-ish, maybe? If Hitcham is south, this kind of makes sense that we would end up being here. Well, here's the manor, actually. We hit the manor. So we are at this intersection? There's no road. I have time. I have a little bit of time. We're near Blackthorn Close on the east side. And then, yeah, I went north to get to that intersection, I think. Definitely not that. Not convinced it's this, just because of that road that goes in, but Hall Close is here. Yeah, this seems right. Okay. a little weird given that the location notably did not have a road going into it, like where this implies. So that's strange, but just the curve, I guess. Okay. Next one we got somewhere in Sweden. One's going to be a bit tougher. Let's see if there's good info. I mean, it's kind of all you can look for, especially in what seems like suburban Sweden, maybe, or Norway. Actually, I'm dumb. Malungen. That's a good thing about moving. You don't have to commit to knowing a country because you'll find more info that lets you get the actual country better. So I can say that it's Sweden and then still not be wrong once I find out that it's not Sweden. We're near the 209 near Sand, which, where would that be? 241. I am not great at finding roads. And also Bergstu. Sure. 208 doesn't really help. 207. Okay, that kind of implies that 209 would be up here, right? Why am I not finding any of these names that are referenced? What road are you? 251. What? How do we go from 208 to 251 just like that? 212, 213. Where is this 209? 210, 207. Come on. $209. Okay. So around the 209. We're near Holtet? I don't see. We came from an eastern road. It might just be like this or something. We're near Mirvang Vegan to like the north, or the east rather. What? That's not good. How are we going north? I don't know. I don't see it. Somewhere in this region. Unless 209 goes like way further. It could be like in here maybe. It was all the way up here. Wow. Yeah, that was... Did I go south to get to the 209 then? I wasn't keeping track. I thought I went north to get over like here. And then I definitely ended up here where it said 209, but I guess it was a road towards the 209 and not the 209 itself. So I'm curious where other people went there. Other people had the same vibe as me. This is somewhere in Ecuador, just from the truck. Honestly, this is like maybe just Quito or something. Which makes pinpointing so much harder, so I hope it's not. This has actually been a fairly difficult game. The first round was tough if you don't know your Kava button. And the last round was just kind of a misleading info. Maybe there maybe there was better info the other way, but I honestly don't think so. Can I get any address onto this, please? Actually, this warning sign that you might get towed might be helpful. If I can find it again. No, it is not. Sometimes those are helpful. I know like Argentina has like helpful ones. Calderon might be something. Let me check that real quick. I assume this is like a major city. This is pretty large. I don't know if Calderon is something. It doesn't immediately look like it from the larger areas here. So keep that in mind if I can't find anything better. But I really can't find anything here. Now, Calderon is there again, so it must be. So where is that? Unless it's just a region of Quito? Calderon. Yes, it is. Yeah, it just felt like Quito. It was just like huge. Jose Besada. This angle's not really promising. Angle's like in between these two, which is weird. Then we're on Lizardo Becerra. So we're on Becerra and Becerra. Let's drop that there just in case, but it might not be this. This is a different Calderon, so I might just be completely wrong. Oh, this is Calderon. I don't know the 5K though. Yeah, I don't see the 5K anywhere. All the way down here near the major road. Findable, but difficult, I'd say. Okay. Yeah, it did okay overall. Definitely missed 3 5Ks, which hurts because if a lot of people 5K'd, then you basically lose like all your points. Yeah, overall not the best, but not the worst, so I'll take it, I guess. My script for select all is not here. I would like to select all if possible. Unfortunate. I think they've changed the yeah, it looks like GeoGuessr changed the way this one works, or this screen works, so that script doesn't work. That's okay. So I'm curious where people went for round 4, which was the Norway round. So I was definitely the furthest out, unfortunately, other than one up here, which hurts points a lot. Because if you don't 5K, then your points are based on how far you are from the location. So being second furthest means I get the second fewest points, which is really unfortunate. Ecuador, basically everyone got Quito. Most people 5K'd. That's also unfortunate. A couple people just clicked middle of Quito, or Ecuador, which fair. Round 1, yeah, you miss if you don't know Cabo button, which most people do. Round 2, yeah, I guess this one you kind of just have to scan for Cabo Blanco because it shows up fairly largely if you just know that it's relatively southern Argentina. Round 3 was the UK round, which everybody 5K'd, almost everybody 5K'd. And then the last ones. Okay, cool. Intersection guesser Chile, I'm kind of confident in. As long as you can find a road name or a road number, you're kind of just guaranteed to be fine. But if you can't, then you're screwed. So this looks like sort of southern. Well, for Chile, sorta southern is like 300 miles away. So this is S and R 704. So basically, how Chile works is they have lettered roads that go alphabetically from north to south. So if you know your alphabet and you find a road like this, you know where you are in Chile, which is so nice. I think every country should do something like this. Now it's the matter of finding 704. And the numbers generally go alphabetical as well, or not numerical. So are we just, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Is there Capilla anywhere? Okay. I'm curious if there's something else, because I don't really know what the S/R means here. Like, is this S704 or is this R704? I sing the praises of Chilean roads and then immediately get confused by them. Generally, that advice is sound, though. Like, if you see, like, S704 just by itself, you know you're on S704. And you know how to find it based on the alphabet. Imahue. What? Unless they're just, like, up here or something. Well, R would imply it's more north. Hmm. Oh, is it South R704? Is that what the S means? I should have thought of that. Because now I'm not going to be able to find R704 in time. I'm just going to go more north. Yeah, I think I threw on that. Okay, it just wasn't. So never mind. That's just wrong. Acapia. What? Hang on. I gotta go back. What was the info here? Because I just immediately saw letter and number and went for that road. Well, anyways, what I said about roads is correct, unless it's something like this, where it's just another number or another letter. So, do you find the actual road name? Because this is just like National Route 66. Is that findable? I hadn't been scanning so much. It's like, how else are you supposed to find this? Region guess and then find that Lima Hue place? Kind of lost on this one then. Maybe I just went the wrong direction twice in a row. Because yeah, I don't really see anything here. Okay, we go again. Hopefully at a better spot where I can start 5K'ing again. Casablanca and Valparaiso. Okay. That might be useful. Probably should have bookmarked it. Oops. Yeah, so here I'm just looking for a road number that's accurate this time. Maybe. The hard thing about competitive moving is that if you go in the right direction, you're fine. If you go in the wrong direction, you're screwed. And you never know what the right direction is. And at this point, I'm just hoping I'm going the right direction. I'm hoping I'm not going backwards because it got a little turned around there. I don't think so, though. This one seems a bit more southern, like where I thought it was the first time. Just because of like the amount of pine trees you get, the more southern you go. It's tough. That's nothing. Sucks. Yeah, I'm lost here as well. Give me a road number, please. Oh, I went backwards, that's why. That sucks. I was a little concerned that I was going to go backwards, but I did. Damn. My guess, my vibe is like down here. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I thought I might have been going backwards, but I felt like I was seeing stuff that I hadn't seen before. That's funny. Yeah, it's unfortunate though. Damn, in practice I was doing fairly fine here, because the locations I got were nice. These ones I guess are just not nice. Yeah, my vibe is just over here. I don't know. It was way more north again. I gotta stop vibe guessing south. Yeah, I did not see this F718 at all. That would have been really easy if I had. This looks like the same area. Rio Pollux. I mean, there's snowy mountains to the south, so I guess not, but El Salto. I also don't know the regions of Chile, so like Salto might be a region of Chile. But I think generally the region names are based on the um like major cities in the area. I think. Alright, so we're in X686, which makes sense for like all the way down here, and also the 7, so here. X686, where is that? X50. I could just see it being this city. X616. 600. We're definitely on this road. Puerto Ibanez and Balmaceda. I assume Ibanez is just down here somewhere. 687. Wait, what? Where's 686? What's the road angle here? What? What's around here? Oh boy. Why am I already screwed up here? There's no way we're all the way down here. If Puerto Ibanez and Balma, I should look for these other ones. Yeah, Valle Simpson are here. We're just like on this or something. 5Ks are kind of hard here. I think we're just here. Yeah. A little bit off, and it didn't count. Awesome. Unfortunate. The 4999 after the first 2 rounds were so bad. I needed that. Should have checked if the second off-road was in front of me or not. Oh well. That's what happens when you don't let time expire. Okay, this looks like the same region as the first two, where it's like east west of Santiago. Because it looks like what I would formerly consider as south. Yeah, I know there's a lot of pine trees around Lake Concepcion, which is kind of what I was basing my knowledge off of. But apparently that is outdated knowledge. But like, surely these pines would be south, right? I'm just in like a orchard. This is nothing for me. There are a lot of pines here, though. There's also not a lot of signs. There's a whole lot of nothing here. It is just trees. Surely there's something. Hopefully. Nope, not really. Come on. Am I stuck? Awesome. Okay, well, I think I'm screwed here, given that I'm just stuck on that one. This is unfortunate. I don't know. I'm gonna go south for a third time, and if it fails, then too bad. But I really don't think I'm gonna find any more info in 30 seconds. Yeah, it's just north. No one got that one, so I guess I'm not upset, but I still had a bad region guess, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I just need to relearn Chile. I like kind of had learned it, but it's relatively simple, I feel. Apparently not, but like here is going to be up north because we have the desert. So that's straightforward. Desert and then water west. This might be like Arica or Iquique or Antofagasta. One of those three. Um, yeah, one of those three. I don't fully remember how to distinguish them. I have a feeling that if I go to one of these hotels, it'll have the name of the city on it. If I can get down there. Well, that's a college. Yeah, go to one of like the seaside resorts and then you should be able to figure it out. I guess I could look at the grids of the cities to determine. But surely I'll get info here, right? If I can get down there. Feliz Navidad. That's a city, right? Honestly, it probably is a city somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so I'm not getting info here. Playa Brava. Playa Blanca. That's different. My leading guess is Antofagasta right now. It's Iquique. Okay. I knew I was going to find it somewhere. Southwest, so we probably are just up here. We're on a north-south road. What's the cross street? If there is one. There really isn't one here. Going south, I think there was one. Not really. Kind of. We're on El Tamarugo and Playa Blanca. So Playa Blanca is here. We just went south to get there. Where is this road that I'm on now? Tamarugo. Okay, so where are we? Here, probably? Yeah, I'm gonna assume this is like that little staircase. This. Nope. One intersection off. Damn. Well, a couple of people missed it, so I'll take it. But that was relatively bad overall, just with these three southern guesses that really went nowhere. So, yeah, bottom two. Unfortunate. Um, next is Baltic countries, which are the Baltic countries. Ideally, this is a scanning game. Find something like this and just scan. This is Latvia. No, this is Lithuania. 170 should be very findable, right? Also, GeoGuessr added a function where you shift click and you can remove your pin, which is really nice in case you want to fast move again. 170, where? Their numbering scheme is not, like, good. Given that the numbers are all over the place. Oh, so this is 171, also 172, but I don't see a 170 and a 173. Can I use this info better? Not really. Probakai. Also Scotus. Yeah. I just don't know what region I'm looking in is the problem. I'm gonna assume the 170 is over where I just was. There's, oh, well, 170 is all the way up here. Yeah, that's why. Otis is here. What's the other one? Rubakai is just like here-ish. So like, are we just on this intersection? No, not at all. Where are we? Here? Kapu? I'm really confused by this direction right now. I don't know why, but so this is 3 to the east, or like the northeast. And then Scotus is behind us. We're like up here? Like this? Or here? What? Rubikai is even closer. So we're like up here. How? Oh boy. What's this? I could see it being this. Like this intersection. It's not named as this Kapu, but the angle makes sense. There's this off-road here, which kind of goes that way, and then it turns. That's my best bet. This leads directly towards the 170 and this place. This is here. Okay, it was. Wow. But I was going to say the distance does not seem right. This does not seem 4 if this is 3, but we take it. Alright, what's next? This does not look like a Baltic country. This looks like Chile. Robene, Robin, whatever. I think this is Latvia again. Or no, first one's Lithuania. I think this one's Latvia. Shitcam. I didn't even know Shitcam was in the Baltics yet. That's unfortunate. Brutuli. I don't actually know what language that is. This might just be Lithuania again. I need to find that sign that I saw. This sign. Valka and something else. And Smilten. I'm actually not 100% sure of the country. I think it's Latvia. But if I can't find Valka, then I'll check Lithuania. Let me just check up here just in case. Because it being 30 away. It had like the L with the Sadia, which I think is Latvian. Yeah, I think it's just Latvia. So where's Valka? If that's 38 away, surely that's findable, right? Bielka. Is it just really large and I'm missing it? No. Okay. Is it visible at this zoom? There's Smilten, which is. That's wild that that is. Okay. We're near this Bertuli. Okay. So we go north, and then Bertuli was on like the left. West. Are we like here-ish or something? We have a bit of time to determine. What does this bus stop say? Robene, yeah. Can't remember if I went north or south to get to that intersection. I went north. So you go north, and then Bertuli is 3 away. Which I feel like is just this road. So we're like down here. Right? This makes sense. Yeah, I like that. And it was the other one. Was I just reading my map wrong? No, there was this off-road this direction. It's not even on the map, but then there's also that one. Man, that sucks. That's really annoying. I guess I just gotta check further. I gotta not just assume that the road's gonna be on there. Because, yeah, I guess that was like a temporary road. Known as Pills. I don't know what that is. Ezolne. Well, apparently bus stop names don't necessarily show up, so. This looks like Lithuania, though. Yeah, we're leaving Mezotne. I find directions to the next town. Maybe. Seplis. Seplis. Okay, that's nothing. Unless I can find Mezotne just off the cuff. Probably not. Oh, there's time to look, I guess. Do not see it. This may be the wrong strategy. Come to think of it. But I'm already committed. So. That's gonna be nothing. Yeah, these are just little tiny towns that I don't think are gonna show up on a decent zoom on the map. I just need a major intersection, like literally anything that just has directions to two cities. I know one of them is going to be the place I just came from at this point, so not really going to be helpful. But it's too late to turn around, so. Really no info here. I just went the complete wrong direction, I feel. I don't know, middle Lithuania. It was southern Latvia, that's why. Awesome. That's how I messed up. This looks like Estonia. This is very easy. We're on the 6, closest to Kalingi Nome. Torva is 75 away. Torva's down here. Abja, Kalingi Nome. We're just like here, I think. What's the other direction? 4E67. I'm gonna not trust that because that's all the way up here. We're 12 from Sergio. We might just be at this intersection, like directly. I want to check. Yeah, it's actually not. It's this one? Is this curve? Not really. And there is an off-road. That could be right. Does this off-road like go to the left? I don't know if there's a name to it. No. Is this marked 330 at all? Nope. So then if you go this, and then it turns. This looks right. Because this angle of the road is not correct. That's too far up for what this would be. Unless it's this. Does this like road turn sharply at all? Not for a while, so no. Unless it's this one. It could be this, and this is a minor road. I should have time to see if this is if this 330 exists. Actually, if I cross a river here, If there's like a named river crossing, it surely is. 330. So this is this. So we're at this one, which is I think the first one I thought. Because this intersection would be this one if we're about to hit the 330 one. And also cross the river here. Okay. So it has to be this one. Right? So this is the 330. We're here. Just cross the river, just hit this one. And then the next intersection is this one. So it's here. Okay, cool. Happy about that. Happy I checked. Because otherwise I would have been very off. This feels like Russia. Just from like the vibe, I guess. We're in Lithuania. See, I like these ones, where it just tells you where to go. That's nice. Southwest towards Vilnius. And also Paprade, so we're like up here, I guess. Can I get anything closer? Are we just at this gas station? Like here-ish, I guess? Yeah, this is definitely the triangle. And I'm on the top bit of the triangle right here. Nice. Okay. Cleaned it up in the last two. The Lithuania and Latvia one was bad, but the other ones were close enough, I feel. Yeah. Half, I guess. Last moving one is AI Gen Queensland, which I have like zero confidence in. I practiced this one, and this one was just bad. If we're in a city, that's better. But if it's middle of nowhere, I'm screwed. So we'll see. This one should be gettable, given that we're in a city. We're near 2 and 4. Is this Brisbane? The way to tell if it's Brisbane is these guys. They do have the rating on them, so it should be Brisbane area, yeah. That being said, I might be completely wrong on that, and it's like the opposite. Because I know there's like some meta where it's like only in Brisbane, and one where it's just not at all in Brisbane. Yeah. Is Ashmore findable at all? Are the 2 and 4 findable at all? That's the real question. These are all double digits. There's a 3. 4 is all the way up here. Okay. Are we in Rockhampton City? Or like one of these, actually? Find more info. Because I'm not confident. I was trying to find something that has a town name on it. Treasure Cove. Possibly. Put a pin in there just in case. Yeah, because I feel like if I get one, it's going to have to be this one. The 5K, so. Ashmore, Gold Coast Highway, Brisbane Road. All right, we got to be down here then. Oh, here's the 2. Okay. Southport and Helensvale. Helensvale is west of here. So we're like here. Okay. We're in front of, I don't know, man. We're in front of a lot of stuff. Are we in this area? There's a Toyota across the street. Damn. I wish there was a road. Gold Coast Highway. Yeah, and what though? Lewis Drive. Okay. Lewis. Okay, so we're like here. There's a lot of time to get there, but who cares? I got it, I think. So yeah, I think we're just like here. Right? Maybe a bit over. Yeah, it counts as a 5K. Whatever. Okay. This is what I was worried about. Yeah. The road in the middle of nowhere. Yep, this is just a vibe guess and hope you're close, I feel. There might be info, so I'm going to look for info, but very low confidence. Because it is just an east-west road for miles. The only saving grace is to find a street sign. What I found out here is that street signs are just named Town 1 to Town 2 road, so that would be helpful. If they exist at all. Finding those towns is another challenge, but at least you have, in theory, a way to get it. But something like this is kind of just nothing. Road subject to flooding. That's nice. There were flood markers. I guess we're not out here. Probably like down here is what I'm thinking. Might just click middle and just hope I'm closer to other people. Like, I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to getting this unless you just know Australian roads, which I'm sure people do. There's still time. I'll give it about another minute. And then I'll start maybe trying to line up east-west roads. This one turns to be south now, so. Can I even see if there's anything? There's literally nothing. This is just a road that goes through. It turns pretty sharply south. So, I mean, no, it's like pretty straight east as well. I have no idea. Thing is, there's no road going north of here. Yeah, I'm just gonna guess like vaguely middle, I feel. There's nothing obvious that I can see. That might be it. Sure. That's not vaguely middle, but let's actually go sort of in the middle of like the populated areas. Okay, and someone 5K'd it almost. That's wild. I was looking at that road. I thought the distance that I had traveled east was way more than just this. 385 points. Yeah, that's rough. But like everybody missed it, so. Hervey Bay City. I feel like I saw that. Hervey Bay? That makes sense. Irwin. We're on Heather Way and something. Okay, that's good that I found this at least. Is Heather Way findable? Depends on how large Irwin is. Feels like one of these. Scribbly gum. Alright, let's just try and find the main road here. Yeah, I remember having seen Hervey Bay earlier, so that was nice. This feels very coastal. But I think just like the whole town is coastal. Okay, Sterling Drive is like the main road here. And we're near a park. What's this? Definitely at like a park. Or just like an open road. Surely it's not that far south. St. Joseph, Heather. Okay, but it's just that then. Cool. Alright, lucky that I had found that earlier. If not, I would have been Maybe not the worst to search for, actually, because it did show up pretty visibly. This one's interesting. This one feels like NSW. We're on Eatonvale and something else. I'll worry about that if I have to. If I can find the city first. Fraser Coast. Would Fraser Coast be the name of the town? That would make sense. But I feel like there's going to be more better info here. Like this, maybe? Or it's just gone? Okay. Paddington Weir. So we're near the water, I believe. Shops. Yeah. It's cool. It almost feels like Tasmania. Maryborough. I don't really think those mean much. Oh, maybe. This means a lot though. All right, A1 towards Gympie and Childers. A1 Childers is west. In Hervey Bay again. Maryborough. Oh, we are in Maryborough. Where exactly though? Are we? This is to the A1, so we're not on the A1 yet. We were on Eatonvale, right? Eatonvale. Is it just this one then? Is there like a bend to the west? No, not really. Could be this. Does not look like that though. All right, now that Gen 1 picture I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need you. I don't know if I'm gonna get this though. Considering there's no Gen 1 coverage of, or Gen 2 coverage of this street sign. Kerr. Okay. Kerr. Okay, so we're like here-ish, or maybe just on this Donnelly. It is intersection guesser, that would make sense. Yeah, it has to be this, for sure. Nice. One more. To maybe get a 20k. Can't really read that, but I feel like that might be helpful. Can't read that enough. Womblebank Gap, Road 311, and then Kinborough? Indara. Okay. Again, this kind of feels southern. I don't really know if I'm looking for a place, though. Probably not. Already at an hour. Yeah, moving usually takes an hour. The other ones take like 40 minutes total. Moving is a lot. 20 rounds, 3 minutes each. Yeah, I guess you get at most an hour plus interim time, so makes sense. And a lot of the no moving ones you kind of just get or you don't, so those ones you don't really need to spend the full 2 minutes on unless you're trying to pinpoint, which only 2 of the maps really encounter that. Yeah, there's not much here, I don't think. Nindera might be a place, but I don't really think it's going to be findable. I assume that sign right at the start, if that was readable, that would have been more helpful, but it was not readable. Come on. Please, any info. There is no info. This is what I expected all 5 rounds to be, so I'm very happy that I got a couple urban ones. Because I feel that when I practiced this, I did about 2 maps of this, and all 5 rounds, or at least 4 rounds, were just like this, where there was literally nothing. But I'm gonna assume this is, like, down here. Um, just because of the vibes of, like, the amount of trees and stuff. It could be maybe up more, but it feels a bit less. I was a lot closer where I'd clicked first. Now, 1-person 5k, that's crazy. I don't know how you 5k that. I mean, I guess you find the road, yeah. Well, good for you. I think I did okay. Yeah, again, top 12. I mean, the second round hurt. Alright. Quick break before no move. So the first 2 no moves, yeah, like I said, are intended to be 5k generally. Some things in GCL and M5k locations, I don't understand how you're supposed to 5k them. Echolocations is usually very good at giving you clues. So we'll see. Let's get into it. First one is not looking good because we got Kabupaten Benkeyang. Damn it. Yeah, I'm just getting owned by not having remembered Kabupaten. Benkeyang, I want to say it was in Java because I don't really remember it. Unless it's just findable. Or like Lumar is findable. Usually not, but Kabupaten Knower is eating well today. Benkeyang. Is it? It's not Banka, right? No, it's Benka. Because yeah, Benka is a thing. But Tom is up there. I don't know why I'm looking at the coast. It's definitely not necessarily the coast here. Alright, I'm gonna go Java. Because I feel like Benkeyang is Java. Based on my negative knowledge of Kawaban, I guess. Is Lumar possible to find? Maybe? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. Click Metal of Java. It was up here. Okay. Yeah, Bankyang was just there. It was visible. One of those Kawabata that you do have the name of. Okay. Bataan in Panama. That should be more findable. I'm gonna assume Bataan is the name of the town here. Hopefully. I don't see anything else on that sign that would give a place name. But I also don't see it here. It's an airstrip. That's all there is, so it has to be. Is Bataan a state name? Or province name? I don't think so. But good to check just in case. Again, I think this generally uses like major cities as a place name or as a province name, but I suppose you never know. All right, I just don't see this. Am I missing it? I'll click here. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. It was Costa Rica. Costa Rica's a thing. Ah, it's the same car as Panama. I didn't even think of Costa Rica. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I probably would have found it. It's visible at this zoom. I didn't even think of Costa Rica. That's my bad. Spain. Hostel cheek. We're in Galicia, I think. Up here. In that place. I'm not convinced this is Galicia. The language looks like it, though. I just don't know what I'm looking for. Could be northern. I don't know what Rambla means. There's water southeast. Okay. Southeast, wait. Is this up here? Yeah, okay. So this is Basque, not Galician. Or no. Whatever. The language that they speak in Andorra. I don't remember. Um Catalan. Catalan. Got it. So where are we? I think we're on one of these roads. Portalet makes me feel like Portalet sounds like the word for toilet, so I don't really know about that one. Hotel Chic. That is Rambla del Portalet. Okay. Or Hostel Chic. Cool. Next one, nothing on that sign. This is Kenya? Oh, this is... Wait. South Africa? Benin? I am not confident on the country here. This, I mean, this looks like one of the South African languages down here, like Swazi, or whatever language it is. But this looks like... I don't know. I think the info is this Nina in here. I don't know if we're in Eswatini. I don't think so. It might be Weenen as well. But it feels like it would be like northern South Africa or like down here. Weenen. Okay, cool. Can I find this Kulam Cause building? Probably not. Looks like we're like downtown though. And we're not at an intersection, but we're near an intersection. It could just be this. I don't know, but... Okay, little off, but I got one of the... I got closest out of the top 5, so I will take that for sure. Yeah, I mean, findable, but... Oh, I probably should look for the street. The street was on the funeral sign. I didn't even think about that. I'm happy with that. Alright. We're in America. Fairmount. There's a lot of those, probably. I don't know, we're in Ontario. That makes it easier. Alders Falls, Kimberly, and Meaford. I'm gonna hope we're down here. Yeah, Meaford's just here. Is Fairmount a place? Maybe, but I can probably find better info first. So north to Mayford, Kimberly is the other way, so we're in between here. Walters Falls is directly west, which would be here, so we're just here. Cool. Good, narrowing that down. Yeah, roughly here. Awesome. That was it. All right. So yeah, nobody 25K'd. I blundered on Costa Rica and Indonesia pretty badly, but the other three I 5K'd, so I'll take it. I have a feeling not a ton of people 5K'd, or I don't think anybody 5K'd this one. One person did, but I don't think a lot of people got close. Two people 5K'd. But I think I'm in third place out of that, so I also, not necessarily everybody here is in my division because a lot of people, maybe not that many, there's only 27 plays. A lot of people like to just practice other games of it, like other divisions games to do it, just to get practice on it. So, all right, echolocations is basically the same thing, except maybe there's fewer Indonesia rounds. US. I feel like I've had this location before. This is in Tennessee, I think. Bowling Green. I lied. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yeah. I've been here. I've been to Bowling Green, Kentucky. I think I stayed at a hotel there once. Commonwealth of Kentucky. All right. Anyways, we're near. Oh God, we're near a lot of stuff. 68, 80, business 68. We're just on the word Bowling Green. Veterans Memorial and Kentucky. Finding Kentucky should be fine, right? We're also near 65 proper, not 165. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here. 234 I saw was here. Okay. Does that help me at all? Not really. Welcome to downtown. We're on 68 and 80. Kentucky. Okay, where's Veterans Memorial? Feels like here, but I don't think that's right. Unless it's this. I mean, I could just look at all of these, right? These are all just numbered roads. Crap. This one feels the most right. Yeah, we're at the skate park. Okay, cool. I was really hoping when I turned around there would be a skate park there. This is Oman, right? South to the water. I don't see any of these. I need to work backwards. Where's Dalkut is here. Rakut, I guess doesn't matter. Ahab, Asib. A lot of these are in Arabic only, which I can't read, obviously, so... That's going west towards them, so I feel like we're like over here. I find this Al-Fazahi. You'd think Salah would be here. There's water, right? Yeah, water's southeast of here. So we're on the water, on a major road, it feels. So it might be like this or something. Well, we're also not on an intersection, it's on a curve. But then there's a road that like goes down, like here or something. I don't think we're on the, kind of are on the coast. Let me make sure it's not like up here. This 90 doesn't feel like a lot, but this just like looks the most right. Like this feels the most right. I don't think it is, but the curve lines up. It was all the way down here. Damn. Yeah, Fuzzy Beach. Damn. It's because there was the big curve here. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, where I clicked didn't feel right, but this being only 90 away, it just feels really close. I didn't see this one either. That's okay. Oh boy. What here is useful to read is the question. Petrovskaya Square. This is Russia, right? I cannot read like time or not Times New Roman, but like New York Times font Cyrillic. I don't know what that means. Can't really read that. Alright. Well, this sucks. I mean, cars are steering wheels on the left, so we're not super far east. Yeah, I don't know what of these words would be the right word. Yeah. I have no idea. Unless Petrovskaya is a thing, and like there's like a Petrovsky, but I'm so bad at Russia. I will always be bad at Russia because it's so difficult, but okay, where was it? It was in Vyborg. Okay, that did say Vyborg. This says Vyborgsky, but no, I don't think I get that. I don't know. I have not heard of it, so tough one. Again, um, Argentina, very red road. Oh, I've had this location having practiced this before. That being said, I don't know where it is, but it looks like this area. I do remember having seen this location before. It'd be nice to see this province name. We're in Corrientes. Makes sense, we're here. That barely says Corrientes. Then we're near the Galarza. This is Iberra. This is Iberra. What else is there that I can actually pinpoint with? This, maybe? I don't really know, though. Galarza. Are we in Galarza? Probably not. Are we here? Certainly does not look like it. Are we here? This looks more correct. That looks a lot more correct. With that road running down, Park Ibarra. Yeah, this looks right. Nice. Wrong intersection, but whatever. Figured it would 5K. Last one, New Zealand. New Zealand. Star and Garter. Any info? Tiki Road. Coromandel. Is it Coromandel? I feel like I saw that already. Yeah, Coromandel. Coromandel art makes me think it's like a region and not a city or town. That's a little odd. We're in mountains. Oh, Coromandel. Okay. Where is that though? In the mountains. Maybe not these mountains though. Coromandel. Tiki Road is interesting. Being Star and Garter. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Not too bad there. Just two mistakes again, and then 3 5Ks. So, shrug. Everything above the polar circle is a little worrying because I know there's Trekker here, and nobody knows Trekker. So, all right, North Norway. Cool. I think the cutoff for Norway is like this line-ish, maybe a bit more. I should probably have looked at a map, but it's like here, kind of. And then basically all of Greenland, none of Iceland. Maybe not all of Greenland. I think it's like north of Nook. So like this bit and north. And then a lot of Canada. And maybe Prudhoe Bay. So this one's obviously Norway. But where? I don't know. This place sounds good. Starala Top seems close. Yeah, whatever. Okay, no one's getting that. This is a Greenland trekker that I should know. This is it's like the only airstrip covered in Greenland. It's yeah. Is it Ilulissat? Is it this? It doesn't seem right, but I'm gonna put a pin there just in case. Is it Asiat? That's definitely not right. Is it Kangerlusiat? Wherever that is? Not this one. Hmm. Where's the one is it this one? That's not right. Yeah, there's like a known trekker, and it's in Greenland. And it's just, yeah, the trekker is just like walking on the runway. Nook is too far south, I know that. I believe Asia is valid and like north of that, basically. There's time to look. Water West, obviously. This makes sense. Given that I can't really find much else that I recognize as a place that has trekker coverage. Did they like change the map? Because I feel like yeah, that's not right. I think I already looked at that one. It's too far south. Upernavik? I know some place called Upernavik has coverage. This one. I don't think it's that. We're too close to the water for it to be that one. I think it's where I am. I think it's in Ilulissat. This makes sense. Not really actually, because if the hangar's on this side, then it can't be. It was Upernavik. Wow, it was just the other Upernavik. It was this one. This feels so much closer to the water than it is, though. Damn. Okay. That felt so close to the water. This feels Norway. That's unreadable. It's like the color on the brick just makes it unreadable. It says maritime. Other than that, I can't read it. So we're on the water, which probably was a given. And it seems like a relatively populated place. Maybe it's like Hammerfest or something. Might be too far north. Nothing else is readable. Feels like water is south. It feels like water would be behind this building, so like southwest. This kind of feels right. Let's try it. It was Morkbed. Okay, sure. I went way too far north. This is Canada. This is a Quebec trekker. Yikes. Which one? I don't know my Quebec trekkers. I know none of the trekkers, but is this gonna be like Coral Harbor or something? I think there's coverage there. Like this road. I think there's coverage in Coral Harbor. There's coverage in Iqaluit. I don't think it's Iqaluit. Unless it's like this road. Maybe. Could be like here. That feels too populated. Could be Iqaluit. Where else has coverage? I feel like this might be too far south still. Pond Inlet. I don't know if that even has coverage. That doesn't seem right geographically anyways. I don't think it's Resolute. Resolute has mountains. So does Grease Fjord. Those are very knowable. Kikik Tarjuak is part of Nunavut, I think. I feel like this might be part of Nunavut too, then. Yeah, Inuit owned land. So probably not. Maybe it is just a Iqaluit then. Go like up here. Because I don't really know where else there's coverage. This is also... I know Iqaluit's in Quebec. Let's try it. If it's Coral Harbor, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, it is Resolute. Wow. Okay. I didn't know Resolute had coverage that looked like that. I thought it had mountains. Okay, yeah, 2 points. I knew a lot of people got like no points on this one. Couple Ontarios. Was this... Was that sign I pointed out as Quebec actually an Ontario sign? This one. It's a Quebec thing, I thought. Yeah, I think Resolute was gettable, but tough. I knew it was one of the Quebec trekkers, at least. This is Northern Finland, from the 5 here. And other than that, maybe try and line up a road in a town. I don't know. Because I know a lot of Finland's covered here, so might just kind of hedge and go, like, middle. Yeah, make that quick. Just hedge it. Okay, not great, but I know a lot of people did not do super hot. Yeah, top score is 13k with an almost 2 5ks, so that's a hard one. And then Antibiotic, let me just get a refresher on what this is. It's a world map without massively overrepresenting the US, Russia, India, or Brazil. So yeah, fewer locations of those huge countries, but otherwise just a world map. So first one, Nigeria. Cool. It's somewhat dry. Kinda might be like Abuja area. No, Abuja has like these mountains nearby. I think it's a safe guess anyways. Like, maybe I can line up a road or something, but maybe like one of these roads where it's like less populated. There aren't really many of those though. Oh, here, maybe. That's okay. I got close enough. Hi. Any useful info here? No. We have banana trees and oil palms. So it makes me think we're on the peninsula. And these nets, which are in southern. Okay, so yeah, southern Thai, for sure. Other than that, I don't really see much. I don't really know how far south. Maybe like... Feels like a major road, maybe like something like that. Does turn, I don't know, like here. Okay, not too bad. Could have gone more north. What is this? Sun north-ish. Yikes. I could see this being Argentina, maybe. There's no car, no antenna, which is odd. My first guess is like up in Salta or Catamarca in Argentina. I could be completely wrong. It could be Brazil. Just because it says it doesn't overrepresent it, it doesn't mean it's not. Like, there are still Brazil locations. But this would have to be, like, super eastern for these mountains to be relevant, I feel. Maybe, like, middle Mato Grosso, but I'm gonna go here. It was Colombia, okay. Yeah, sun being kind of ambiguous makes sense. I again. Any good info on where in Thai this could be? Not really. I'm gonna go towards Cambodia, like down here maybe. Because we do still have banana trees. Soil's getting reddish. And it's relatively dry, which I know is like this section. So maybe like Surian area. Okay. Would have been closer with the first guess, but not bad. A lot of Eastern Thai guesses. What car is this? This is like low cam. What? It's low cam, but the coverage is like not that great. Not shit cam. Oh boy, I don't even know what side of the road we're driving on. I mean, if this is the antenna in front, and we're driving the left, I don't think it is. I think it's just like a low cam with antenna on the right, or on the back. What am I looking at? That's a round pole. These are round poles. Sun's in the north, but it's also setting, so it doesn't really help. At least I think. That actually might be the sun. Why is the camera so low? This isn't Japan or Switzerland. Or like a normal low cam country. It's not the small cam blur, which is weird. This feels like Mexico for some reason, almost. But like, it wouldn't be with the cylinder poles. I have no idea. Like, I'm kind of completely lost. Is this like New Zealand or something? I genuinely don't know. I'm going to be extremely far off. I'm just going to go New Zealand. It was South Brazil. Wow, I thought the pole was maybe Brazilian, but it didn't look like it. So, okay, out of that into NMPZ. I'm results are coming in. I'm maybe getting demoted, but we'll see. Maybe I'll eke out like the people that haven't done all their maps yet, because deadline is in 1 hour from now. So I am just throwing. This looks like Thai or Vietnam, maybe. Copyright 2025. This is not a traditional Thai lamp, so Vietnam seems right. Like down here, maybe, or it's just Panama. Awesome, good start, good start. I knew the car was different, but all right. Starting with 0, that's solid. This is not going to be any better. This is one where it could be like, oh, there's bamboo, actually. Hang on. Why is there bamboo? I was thinking like Russia. God. There's bamboo, but also like dirt. This Southeast Asia again? It really doesn't look like it. Some like weird Thai. Okay, and it's Colombia. I don't know how to get these. I'm so lost on this. Um, like southwestern U.S., Mexico, maybe. Sure. This road. Okay, Utah, sure. Philippines, probably. I don't know. Here. Yeah, Palawan, sure. Netherlands? Netherlands, Denmark, maybe? Blackback sign is strange. Unless it's Italy. It'd be like Middle Italy, like here. Houses don't look like Italian, though. I'm gonna go with my first guess of Netherlands. Oh, it was Poland. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. I got one good guess in um Philippines. The Philippines guess was one of the closer ones, I think. But damn, if I'm not good at NPZ, obviously. All right, improved world, another world map. Great start. All right. What is there to see here? There's trees. I'm going like Baltic area, maybe like this region of the world, like Eastern Europe, perhaps. It's definitely not U.S. I mean, it's not North America. This could be Germany. Copyright's 2023, so actually it can't be Germany. I feel like it might be a bit more south. Let's go like South Poland. It was Russia. Wow. One person out of the top 5. Well, I guess one person at all went Russia. Okay. Um, Sun here is in the south, I believe. I think it's behind us. Could this be Greece? My first thought was like Mexico, but I don't think that's right. This could be like Greece or like some southern Mediterranean area. Yeah, Spain. Mediterranean Spain. This Thai. Alms. This pole looks Thai. That's why I'm thinking that. The lamps don't though, so it probably isn't. Unless it's Vietnam. Copyright's 2024. It's not Vietnam. Um, it's like Indonesia. This little reflector on the pole, I believe that's what it is intriguing. Because you do see those in Thailand. Maybe I just go Thai and just hope it's right. It was. Cool. Palms. Is this Brazil? I don't know what language this is. If it's Spanish or Portuguese. Frente al portón. Um, very pointed satellite dishes is interesting. Maybe this is like super southern? Sun's definitely in the north because we're looking south and the sun's behind us. So maybe this is like super southern Argentina? These palm trees are weird though. I assume they're just planted. Because if these are this far pointed, I feel like we're fairly south. I'm just gonna throw it. Okay, it was just Santiago region. I don't think I was getting Chile there anyways. Again, this kind of looks like Philippines. Again, I don't know where. Click middle. And it was Western Indonesia. All right. I actually feel like that wasn't that bad. Someone got 18k, so yes, it was. Okay, cool. I'm kind of just going through these. I'm not super concerned. I gotta practice more, obviously. These bollards look Russian almost, just because there's a couple of them at the intersection. My first thought was Polish bollards, but I don't think those are. So we click like down here in Russia. It was Ukraine. Okay. What is this? India, I believe. It looks like shitcam. Western India, perhaps? There's no polls or anything like for meta, so let's go here. Okay. It was India. Okay, this one's more gettable. This is like one of these upper islands in the UK, for sure. Where, I don't know. One of these or something. There's like a... This is maybe findable. Based on this little patch of land. We're looking northwest almost. I don't think it's that. Any more islands? Okay. I'm gonna go with up here. Okay, it was even more northern. Yeah, that was findable. That's 5Kable. This one's not. Oh boy, is this like Turkey or something else? Sun looks like it's in like the east or the west, like over on the right side of the screen. Copyright 2019. I don't know. Sun's also looks like it's setting, so it's hard to tell. Maybe like northern Peru or something, where it's like not super mountainous. Could see it being like northern Chile as well, or it could just be like some secret third thing, like the Canaries. But like everybody went South America, so I'm not mad. Small cam, Europe. I don't really know. I don't think there's small cam in Germany yet. It's maybe like France. France near Germany. Sound it. It was Italy. Alright. Well, that one I feel like I did better because I went South America on Canaries. Did anybody go the right place there? Does not look like it. It looks like every single person went completely off. Most went South America. One went Oman. Turkey. I was thinking Turkey as well. Mongolia. Yeah. And it was just the Canaries. That's wild location. That's a good bait location then. Yeah. Bolivia, a lot in Western Argentina. That makes a lot of sense. Really good distribution actually throughout all of South America. I kind of capped it off with Northern Peru. That's a hard location. And then round 5, generally, a lot of France's. Round 3, most people got Shetland or Orkney or like Northern Scotland. Everybody got India there. Makes sense. And then, yeah, decent spread around middle. So, last one, Arabian Peninsula. Again, it's just Oman, or it's just UAE, Qatar. So, and I think it's scored like a world map. So, I should get a high score even if it's like really bad. This is like Eastern UAE. Like somewhere down here. Findable? I don't know, probably not. It was Oman. Wow, this got updated like yesterday then. I swear this was not... Yeah, last updated on 1/30/2022. Oman didn't come out until 2024. Interesting. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, I guess. This looks like Eastern UAE again. Not super Eastern though, maybe like one of these. Nothing's readable, so... I don't think it is. Okay, it was just Max East. This looks like it could be Qatar. I actually don't know on this one. I'm gonna go Doha. I'm not confident. This could be UAE. I really don't have a way to tell though. I think the car not being like a flat blur is a more tell for UAE. Yeah, it was Qatar. Alright, I psyched myself out. This is also Eastern UAE. Whatever. This one... I don't know on this one. Is this ever like Southern Oman? Now that I know the Oman's in the pool, I guess. Maybe it's like Northern Oman, like up here, or like this region. I was practicing, I think I was practicing a map with Oman in a lot of locations that kind of looked like Mediterranean were up here. Do that. Yeah, it was Southern. Okay. Yes, I didn't realize that Oman was in the map because I had practiced this one and it was only ever UAE Qatar. So that sucks. Alright, overall, I did not do well, but we'll see how the scores come in. I'm not last. So if these last people don't play the rest of their maps, I don't demote, which is important. Yeah, all of my scores are in except for this last one. So I definitely scored very poorly compared to other people, but that was tough. I mean, that was very tough. I got owned by Kabupat and Knowledge. Kind of just got owned by knowledge of everything. So, yeah, I knew I was rusty going into it, but maybe not that much. So we'll see how it goes next month. Hopefully I stay in D2. I think I'll probably end up in this 18th spot if I do. So if these other people play, I'm probably screwed. I know Ollie was playing, so maybe they only played like the no move ones or whatever. If I get demoted, I get demoted. Who cares? There's no stakes in this, so it's not a big deal. But we'll see next month. So I'll see you then.